Not all RESP providers are created equal, part 2. And if you notice, I'm wearing the same shirt and tie as the last video because I'm recording this on the same day and I didn't want to go get changed. Hey there, I'm Mike the Financial Advisor, and in the first video, I told you a couple of quick stories about some clients of mine who have had some experiences with some of these other RESP providers. In this video, we're going to get into a few more specifics, and I'm going to show you a head-to-head comparison with what they do compared to what somebody like myself does. I got my hands on some marketing material that one of these other companies uses. It compares the differences between what we do and what they do and why they're better than us and so on and so forth. But one of the topics that it brings up is about fees. Now, I'm not going to go into the huge description of how we charge fees, but we do what's called an MER. In that material, the way they describe the MER is interesting. I will say that the math they use is correct. The wording and how they describe what happens with an MER is way off. Now, on top of the marketing material, I actually got my hands on a contract from one of these other RESP providers. To be fair, I am rounding some of the numbers a little bit. I don't want to use the actual accurate numbers because then they'll know it's their contract and then they could stick their lawyers on me. So let's go back to the first video and talk about one of those examples. You're a brand new parent and you're putting $50 a month into this RESP with the other provider. That's going to equal $600 a year. And for that $600, they're going to charge you $250 in fees, whereas a 2% MER on that same $600 would be about $12 a year. But they don't tell you that in the marketing material. And that $600 a year over 17 years is going to total $10,200 out of your pocket. According to the contract that I got my hands on, that $10,200 out of your pocket turns into a little over $16,500 at the end of 17 years. Now let's take a look at what an RESP looks like with somebody like myself. We're going to stay with $50 a month, which is going to equal $600 a year, which is going to total, after 17 years, $10,200 of your contributions. How we calculate growth is a little bit different, okay? And I have to make an assumption. Believe it or not, it's not a crystal ball. I can't see the future. I'm going to say that the RESP with me is going to grow average 6.3% every year. I took a look at all of my RESP clients, and on average, they're getting 6.3% growth each and every year. $600 a year plus the grant money, 17 years, 6.3% every year, and you're almost at $21,000. If you strictly look at the numbers, $21,000 with me is better than $16,500 plus with them. But to be honest, I think the real advantage is that if you call me, I'm not going to leave you on hold for an hour and a half. I'll actually pick up the phone.